What's going on? Show you little pieces of my freaking experiment right here. You know what I mean? Uh, it's just some charcoal. It's a pile of charcoal here. Kind of, look at that soot right there. It was really interesting little process here. Just boiled down some cooked wood. Look at that little pareidolia here. See that right there? That little smiley face with the eye and the eye there. Well, I didn't do that on purpose. This thing kind of looks similar to the shape of the state of Michigan in a way. And it was weird because the first glop I put out right here kind of looked like a hand. And then this glop looked kind of like a hand. And it came out with two thumbs and they kind of almost touched. It was weird. Then I plopped down some more. And it kind of almost looks like. It's weird. Well, it was all locally made. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's kind of just. I heard somebody kind of like briefly give me like a recipe, and I kind of just threw it together, kind of just whipped it up, kind of cooked it, for like a good overnight, and then I freaking like threw a pile of rubbish over the top of this hot burning wood, and kind of like kill the airflow, stun it, so that it wouldn't burn all the way away, and then I went and grabbed the choicest pieces, and then I boiled them down for like freaking 5, 6, 7 hours. Don't know. It's kind of something like a science experiment. It was kind of like I was whipping up some dope in the kitchen. I kind of felt like that at times, oddly. Like that scene in that movie Menace to Society where he goes and cops some stuff, and then he goes to this dude's house and he's like, just lock up when you leave. It was almost like one of them type of situations for real. Just that thug lie. That East Side Flint Town desperation type movie like deal. But no, actually, in all actuality, with this stuff right here, you can it can be used as a generic cleaner. It can be used as a filter for filtration, water filtration. It can be used in firecraft. You can use it for camo. I mix it with my freaking sap to make freaking polymers or glues. Yeah, and then like applied as a mixed with soap or whatever. You can put it on, wash it off with soap. It's like it really sucks out all the whatever's on your skin. You know what I mean? Like, look, it almost feels almost like a mentholish freaking kind of feel, oddly. And no, I do use soaps like professional soap like from the store that has charcoal in it. I really like, look, when you work around with drywall, gypsum, fiberglass, it's like or doing roofs, you get a lot of tar based fiberglass, and the charcoal feels really good to wash your skin with it, to get the fiberglass and the aggregate and all that, the tar and all that business off you. Like, it's great. Oh yeah, and you could like just put that in a little capsule and swallow it, and it'll make you take a nice poop. You know what I mean? It gets the gook out of you. So it's like a very versatile little type deal. Even I think they do actually make soap actually just from hardwood ashes in this bleaching process, and this is kind of like used in my mind, in this kind of mad scientific kind of modality that I get in sometimes to get stuff done. Kind of mad scientist. It was kind of in my mind, kind of envisioned like what I've seen on like special report documentary, and they show you like they got a whole camera crew on site where they're whipping up a batch of cocaine, and how they got those big, like a bunch of people wearing like freaking ventilator masks, and they're walking around and they're freaking taking big vats of plant matter, and then they're pouring it out on wax paper, and then they're putting it under lights and they're chopping on it with little cards. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like it's like you do kind of get that kind of like a feeling off it, like it's weird. So I can understand why like crack manufacturers, like other types who work in that industry, freaking kind of get this kind of rush off doing it. But not just from the drug itself, but from, I guess you could call it generic chemistry. It's like these guys should have been chemists, but instead they just ended up getting taught. They leaked all these recipes for dopes to the street. But stuff like this, little like handy little like stuff to keep you busy and doing something like sort of constructive, it's kind of weird because in this process, what up?